Well, if they put in a culvert that doesn't support over 15,000
Right.
pounds, one of our fire trucks gets sunk in
Yeah,
there.
it goes over it and they notify.
They're not gonna have
us.
nobody
It
there
takes-
watching,
It
but.
takes the blame off of them.
Right.
Okay.
They've
all right.
notified, they've done their due diligence,
enough.
they've notified
Okay.
everybody.
They
What
gonna put a
the,
notice up there in the street too, no limit?
yeah, they'll change the sign, yep, they'll change the weight restriction sign. And it's for different axles, you know, single axle, dual axle, tri-axles, semi-trailers and tractors, you know, stuff like that, so, but, you know, the one limit is, 30,000, 94,000, 108,000, so. That's where it goes.
What's the weight limit on it now, Gary, you know? Did they-
I believe right now it's 30,000, they're gonna reduce it
Wow,
to
they're
50.
cut it in half.
They're gonna cut it in half, so. But again, I don't know the condition of the engineering, and I don't know what, I haven't had a chance to get feedback. He said he'd get back with me after they had their next meeting, but it was Tom Bluss there, and he said he'll get back with you, and we'll find out what the process is. What will it take to get this fixed? I don't know what the process will take. We do know that late 2016, early 2017, we committed to repair Walton Boulevard from Dixie Highway east to Satchel Road, and got put on the 2021 radar. So that's a 4.5-year stretch,
I'll
so
find a chair.
I don't know what, you know,
Okay,
how
Chuck,
long
let me
it'll
get
take to
my
get this
back
fixed,
now.
what it will be, and what our share will be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, so. But I want to make everybody aware of that, so again, so that's where that's at, so, but as soon as I hear back from Tom, I'll give you guys follow-ups. I just sent out emails, but I didn't have anything back on that, so I can just tell you what that was. The MTA, right here, and it's, you go to the website here, but it's the latest podcast, discussion,
that.
fire safety and marijuana facilities, okay? I'll let Shelley send that stuff out to you guys if you don't have it, or you can't get it. You can go to the MTA website and get it, but it's,
It's in the most recent email
yeah,
from the MTA.
it is, it just, I looked at it, take a word, it's worthwhile looking at it, it's educational, and it's interesting, it's stuff you don't usually think about, you know what I'm saying, so get a chance to look at that too. I had a meeting with Van Hoody's here the other day, okay? That's the people produce stand. I want you to look at these numbers, do not talk about them because this is strictly speculation, okay?
Or,
Yep. You'll see over here. And again, they want to renew the contract, okay? Now, I had talked to Allison, and again, in the future, if there's a proposal made for another community center to go on the ballot somewhere down the road, that would affect this property. Because if it were approved, this will become soccer fields now.
Yeah,
This will become soccer fields, so what we had talked about was a 3-year contract with a 2-year extension, that way if we're to go on the 2022 ballot, or that's an election year, again, I'm just looking now, 2021, 22, it's 3 years, it's math, okay? So that would be 3 years if it went, and this is if, went on the 2022 ballot and was approved, then 20 years, 23 and 24 would be option years, they would not be recognized, but if they weren't, then if we didn't do it, then it would be a 5-year contract, okay? And again, looking at inflationary numbers, I gave you 3 different scenarios there, and the numbers on the right-hand side, people have trouble following my math, I don't, but I'm used to doing it on a piece of 2x4 or on a piece of 1x and writing the numbers out with a cartridge pencil. But if you look at that, if you look at the numbers, like the last number on the right, and you go down to the blue number on the left, next column equals that, and you go last number on the right, black, go to the last number on the left, blue, and then equals that number, and it tells you what the percentage increase is over what they're currently paying right now. The top line, that was their number right there, okay? And then if we do an inflationary number right there, since I've been here, I think inflation's ran just like 2.12% has been the average for 7 years. A couple of years it was under 2, a couple of years it was over like 2.2, so it's a 2.12%. So the 3 numbers there, look at them, see what you think, and then I will set up another meeting with them. They said it was, you never hear anything good at our jobs here. People whine and complain and gripe about everything. I didn't hear one negative thing from anybody at any time about Van Goody's corn stand at 2303 Crescent Lake
You
Road.
couldn't say nothing bad.
Nobody said anything negative about it. I didn't see anybody, the keyboard cowards on social media get up and light it up and bad mouth them and talk bad about everybody. And again, this was their 30th anniversary in Waterford Township this year. The other place chose not to renew their contract. So again, we were able to accommodate them. They paid to have the electricity put in, they paid to have the water put in, they paid to repair the parking lot, and they're planning, we paid to have all the shrubbery cleaned up down there, everything, they paid for that. That came out of their pocket, they paid for that. And then they paid rent, water, and electric on top of that. And they were calling us, you sure you ain't got an electric bill, you sure you don't have a water bill, let us know what we owe you, we wanna pay you. Old style business, the way business is done.
It's good. You wanna do a 5-year contract with them?
3 with 2-year options.
Okay.
Yep. So you got, see your last 2 years are options.
I see
so,
that option on
Yeah,
23.
3 years of option,
24.
23 and 24.
I see why you did that, okay.
Yep, so, but
No, it
again,
looks good to me, the numbers
Okay.
look real good.
so my suggestion would be the middle number, not the top or bottom number, because that gets us,
Yeah,
above the inflation there, but again, like I said, see what you think, let me know.
so we just did a 1-year thing with them the first time, a
Yeah.
trial.
They wanted to see how it went. They had talked about maybe if it worked real good, going up into the grass area, you know what I'm saying? Pouring a concrete pad to set their
Yeah.
tent up on and stuff, but it just, like you said, the fact that they're out where they're at is there's no flow through traffic there, okay? And then the other thing they wanna do, and they're gonna pay for it this year, is they're gonna take out the handicap signs where they were to the right of the entrance of the old
Yeah,
elementary
those,
school
yes.
/ police
Yeah.
department / rec center, and move them down to the left.
Perfect, yeah. They were.
Black paint over the lines and paint new lines up by the tent, because, yeah, they were like, they were almost into the next township. Yeah, I do, I want it back, yeah. But they were almost into the next township there,
That looks great.
where the parking spots were, so, this is.
Yeah, they
One
were
of the
not-
signs still says registration.
All right,
or-
everybody good with the middle number? I mean, that's
That's
reasonable.
fine.
I feel it is, okay.
Gary, where's the money going to?
What's that? General fund, yeah, that's township project, what's the general fund?
Allison says, I wish you'd come with me.
Yes, Carol.
That would have meant I would have had to maintain that property all this time. So that was in like,
Oh, yes,
what
right,
the
yeah.
trade-off for all the maintenance on that.
Keep it.
I believe Mr. Dover has a question.
So,
Concern.
when you put a final agreement together, it'll come to the board for approval at a meeting?
Yes, it will, yep, it will, yep. So I just want, so when I sit down to talk to them, it's, like I said, it's agreed upon by the board.
Well, there's been no agreement here, there's been no motion
No,
on the rates, I think you've handed that out.
but the
gotten
three
Stevens.
sets of numbers, the board verified that they were good numbers, so, yep, the math worked out, so. No, the proposal will come from me. That they-
So
they
you'll
do it, and
draft
I'll
the
bring it back to
contract
the
up
board.
with
Yep,
them?
yep. Yeah, Mark Simard did the last one, I had him do it again. So, like I said, and then there's some pretty good cracks and things in the parking lot, they're gonna pay and repair them next year, so.
Yeah, it's good.
And again, and like you said, they did, where they put the tent stakes and stuff in, they came back in, plugged it with asphalt and sealed over that, so water can't get down in there, and it just, they're first class here.
They got a liability insurance?
Oh, yeah.
for-
Yep,
I'm sure they do, I just,
yep,
you know what the number is?
no, like I said, it's on file, I remember when they brought it over.
Does it waive, do we get out of any liability?
Yes,
So they're
yep,
insurance.
and we're
They
holding
have porta
this.
potties out there at all?
Yep.
Yes, there were.
Forty bucks, right, yep. Yep, like I said, that's their 30th year of doing business, and it just, they are, you know, the epitome of an old school operation, how things are
Too
done.
bad they don't stay open longer.
Well, again,
The corn's pretty darn good.
the growing season, and you looked at that,
I
I think
know.
it's 2 months and 15 days, so basically it's like, you know, first 8 days of July, the first 7 days of October, you know,
Yeah.
August and September in between, so. So that was it, that was the things I had in mind. Is there anything anybody else wants to talk about before we start up with Attorney Dovry there?
I'm going to request to amend tonight's agenda. It's for the liquor license for the Eagles Club. I'm not sure if anybody's, they They're just moving their license from 7920 Cooley Lake Road to 6640 Cooley Lake Road. Their landlord at the previous facility is asking them, it was purchased by a developer and we were forced to find a new location, is what they've said.
The Eagles, Cooley Lake Road,
Cooley, yeah.
But they were on Scott.
not Cass Lake Road,
Fraternal Order of Eagles.
not Elks,
Oh, I'm thinking Elks.
Eagles.
Eagles is on Cass Lake Road.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Cass Lake.
Yeah.
Castle
Right.
Elizabeth.
The town out there.
Yeah,
Is that under new
Right.
business?
right in the south end.
It will be
of
under new
Yeah,
business.
absolutely.
I will make an amendment to the agenda to add this because they would like to do business this
Is
Wednesday.
it Cooley Lake Road or Cass Lake Road?
It's Cooley Lake Road, that's what it's saying.
You should-
The state has approved it.
It says they're on there now. and they're
From
just
Cass
moving.
Lake Road to Cooley Lake Road?
No,
Cooley to
from
Cooley.
Cooley to
Cooley.
Cooley, just a different, here's the
They
map.
must have moved out of there then.
I'd like to see something for,
Absolutely,
Is there a site plan?
you
I
can see
saw?
this, there is,
yeah.
right here.
There's a site plan. Cooley Lake Road.
And what?
We'll just look at the addresses, we can look at our phone. probably.
DPW's approved it, fire department's approved it, police department's approved it,
He must have moved out of there.
Briarwood Plaza.
I know that.
Right,
the Greek
Yeah,
Over, it's in that area, right?
This is,
That's, yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the address?
That's, you're getting down there. What's it?
it's
down by hospital and all that.
Well, Lockheed
it's from
got
7920 Cooley Lake Road to 6640 Cooley Lake
Yeah,
Road.
they're down there by Lockheed and
All right.
hospital down there, back in that little, back in that strip. So they must have moved out of that one over there in Kansas. Last time I was over there, they had a week.
Right.
It was a
Isn't that
week.
where, isn't that where that is, Wilson Plaza?
Yeah.
26
Right next to it, basically.
Kim, they wanna do business
They got none
with
of us
me.
still drinking there.
Yes.
Well, I've been to the Greek party.
We need this resolution, which is going to add to this agenda today.
License too, yeah.
And all we have to do is,
Yeah.
we'll have to move it and support it. And the request to transfer the location of the 2019 club license from 7920
Well,
to 6640 Cooley Lake Road. They just gave this to us on 9/19, so it was past the, 11/19. I'm sorry, 11/19.
If you got copies for everyone at the board meeting, can you make?
I can
Yeah.
make copies of all
So
of
everybody's had a
this.
chance to wait, because like I said, to go through that, we need to look that over for sure.
Sure. And this is the response under the Fraternal Order of Eagles. We have had our charter since 1972. We have been operating our nonprofit members-only club since then in our previous location at 7920 Cooley Lake Road. The building we were in was purchased by a developer and we were forced to find a new location. We have since moved 1 mile down the road as we wanted to stay within the same area in close proximity to most of our members. We have a board of officers that are responsible for managing the business. We have over 300 members who pay annual dues to be a part of this fraternal organization. We host fundraisers and charity events for a multitude of causes and donate the proceeds to those in need. We do have a social room with a bar area for our members to enjoy. Drinks are served to members only. Our lead bartender is served safe as well as tips certified.
We've only had one Eagles club in the township. Am I missing something here? And that was on Cass Lake Road.
No, it'd just be where one night stands is.
Well, I know that.
Right, we'll go to Cass Lake Road.
Cass Lake Road.
You know where they were at, remember the old Veterans Building in the strip there? That,
Oh, yeah, I know,
I
yeah.
think that's exactly where they were at,
I've
right
never
there. Now
noticed
you
that
say, I
they
think
were
that's
there,
exactly,
like right by
that's
Flags
about a mile
Army.
down the
Are
road.
there more than
That's
one?
right.
Were right by Flags Army.
Are there more than two legal organizations?
From,
It's just that
From the crate?
Dan bought the one, it was at
Hey, you checked
59
in
Crescent
there.
Lake Road, and I think they moved here and now they're just
shoot.
moving down the
No.
street.
The old tomato kitchen over there,
No, they,
on Castle Elizabeth.
I still drive by it every now and then, and there's a big Eagle sign on the strip. on
They
Cass
had
Lake
that
Road.
strip.
Right, time
Down
out,
the
there should
end
be
when they had
time
the-
out
when they had the
hours.
horseshoe
At the
pits
other
and
end.
stuff.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
At the other
there,
end,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's
So
what
it's
Eagles
just
were at.
been-
They must have moved out of
Instead
there.
of moved out of Craig's building over there.
When did they
I
move
heard-
from
I heard Gary
Stands
was
to
looking to
Cass
sell that
Lake to
stuff.
Cooley Lake and
They
now
must
down
have.
the
Yeah, we still,
road to Cooley
you
Lake?
got the new restaurant in there.
Right,
going,
oh, yeah.
Brody's on Cass.
at least twice,
Okay.
Well,
probably
yeah, you probably
multiple
want to sell
times.
some.
Yeah.
Cop it down, I never noticed where they are.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
They're in the same, this would be the
Is
same.
Union Lake
I'm not a
our
member.
I was gonna say, if you don't go there, you're
3575
talking about.
Fraternal Order of Eagles, that's the
That's where it is.
licensee, Union Lake Erie number 3575.
Union Lake.
Yep.
not
Fraternal
That's
Order
Union Lake,
of
isn't it?
Eagles,
Waterford Township.
Waterford
Waterford. No,
Township.
but the name of the Eagles is not the Waterford
No.
Eagles, it's the Union Lake Eagles.
Right.
Correct, but it is in Waterford Township.
So it may not be the one that's on Cass Lake Road, that's still gonna be there.
That one's still probably there.
Yeah, you're right, probably is.
Okay.
If you can make
I know where they're at, but now that you got thinking, I know where that's at.
It is.
Is that Brody's on Castle?
Waterford Eagles, the Waterford Eagles is 2887.
Hey, Gary Craig owns it.
Like their post number, so it's two different
Different.
groups.
It is, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like the Waterford Eagles 2887 is at 1067 South Cass Lake
They're
Road.
just sneaking down the road a little closer to them,
Yeah,
so.
they're just,
That one's
Closer
just
to Castle
like
Meadows,
me.
I
I
think
used to
it's
live in
straight shot
Union Lake and I
across.
had moved to Waterford.
Across the
Yeah,
hall.
there you go.
Oh, right, so that's it. Okay, so that's what it is, so the other one is still there, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think they moved.
Well, you think they had the
I
one
just
that,
drove by there the
why
other
they
day,
just
I
merged
thought,
both of them. You know, because remember, such a town as it is at the Alps and the Moose and everybody else,
Okay,
so.
I'll try to get copies for everybody.
That'd be nice.
Okay, anybody else? Nope. Okay. The email Gary sent out,
WODA, did you want to talk about WODA at all? Or no?
well, we'll talk about that at the board meeting tonight. Does anybody want to talk about WODA? West Oakland Transportation Authority? What's in your board packet?
Self-explanatory, yeah.
It's in the board packet, all the information's there, hope everybody read it over.
Right.
Yeah, I have no problems with it.
I'll leave for this. I didn't know if you had any questions, so I'll.
I did have one question. It seemed like something was repeated. Hang on a second.
An attorney wrote it, you can bet on something was repeated.
Yep.
It was the important part too.
It wasn't a stutter, was it?
No, it was one of the, I thought it was. Where was it? Hang on a second. The heck was it? Where was it? Voting, so that, same as D, okay. It would be Article 7? Looks like, I mean, K says an audit shall be conducted annually, and to the extent possible, legal, economical may be done in conjunction. And if I'm not mistaken, D says WODA shall obtain and cause to be completed an annual audit of the financial, I mean, they're worded differently, but they basically mean you're gonna have an audit annually. I guess you could keep them both there.
There's
Yeah,
one in accounting audit, and one in internal audit,
they're the same.
same? Okay.
This, for what it's worth, this agreement was originally drafted by an attorney that was secured by, this, I want to say it was some smart grant money. And his name was Robert Davis, and he basically got the agreement to the point where White Lake and Highland were able to approve it. I made some final edits to it. I didn't pick up that one.
I don't see any harm to having it
There's
there
no harm.
twice, you know, so.
There's no harm, you've just proven that you read your materials.
Well, I didn't know whether there was harm or not. I don't,
There's no harm.
is it double positive and negative?
No.
Not in this case.
Emphasizing the importance of an audit.
And Gary's law firm represents 2 of the 3 municipalities, so.
Actually, we now represent 3. The attorney for White Lake Township joined our firm, Lisa Hamame,
Oh, really?
so she's now a member of our firm, and
The trifecta.
so White Lake Township is now a client of our
Oh,
office
the
as well.
Okay.
Okay, do we need a motion?
Well, is there anything that you feel we need to go into closed session to talk about, or just want to talk about it?
Yes, I think there is, in terms of strategies available to the board, depending on what your thinking is.
Okay?
In terms of part of the analysis, it's pretty straightforward, but there are some aspects of my letter that I think should remain confidential.
Okay,
See you tonight.
so that's the legal end of it then, okay?
I'll move that we go into closed session.
Of course.
Any further
To
discussion?
discuss
To
the
discuss,
township attorney's November 19 confidential letter regarding marijuana facility establishment, regulatory options and ordinances.
Okay.
You get all that?
And I support it.
Did you get all that?
The regarding line is-
Line 3.
153.
Can use my tape later. Alright, thanks.
Yeah. Did you vote?
Well, Tony supported,
We haven't voted
yeah.
yet.
Roll call vote.
Yes. I want, when he's finished writing, I don't want to break it.
Okay, Wall,
Yes.
Bartolotta,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Markey, yes. Joliet,
Yes.
Birch,
Yes.
and Frasca.
Yes. I'm here, I'm not absent.
That's a good
Oh,
thing.
like 2 weeks ago was a joke. I felt like I was coming
You didn't see it yet, it's on my back. That's what that dude said. The guy did this was a little word I heard, but it's hard to read, but now that I know what it means. What's that?
Meeting's over?
We're over. Downstairs.